renewable crowd, they're very passionate about wind and solar. And like, look, I think wind and solar technology is really, really cool. I have some buddies that have solar companies and their technology is fascinating. And so once again, I'm not anti wind or solar. I'm just pro what works. And when I was hearing, well, wind and solar are going to take over and wind and solar are quote unquote clean, I'm like, okay, well, let's look into that. So I just went down this rabbit hole, and the result of that analysis was I wrote a piece that's American coal is cleaner than Chinese solar. And dude, like environmental NGOs lost their mind, right? They thought I was trying to troll them. They thought I was like, just being a jerk for the sake of being a jerk. And like, I mean, my honest intent was I'm just trying to be cute with the title to get, to get views, to get people to download our stuff and read it. But what I found in that analysis and what I've been conveying over the last, I don't know, like year was, China in particular owns 80% of the supply chain that is required for solar and wind technology. And to me, China obviously is an adversary, right? At the best, we're a frenemy with China, right? They rip off our RP, they rip off our IP. They're increasingly hostile towards, Taiwan in particular, which is the epicenter of the semiconductor business. They dabble in stuff that's just not cool and it's annoyance. You have the whole Panama thing, but so nonetheless, like I don't view China as a friend. I view them purely as an adversary. Back to the supply chain stuff. The supply chain is almost entirely contingent upon China. And what's fascinating is that the manufacturing industry is about 40% of Chinese GDP, and it's been increasing for a long time, but notably over the last 5 or 6 years, because the manufacturing of solar and wind technology that's like their thing. And what's frustrating is the only fuel or the only source of energy that burns high enough to smolter and to manufacture these technologies is coal. So yes, we are. This is crazy. I mean, but I have all the data and it's readily available. It's all public. So what you have going on, you essentially have China cornering the market for everything in the renewable supply chain, including rare earth minerals, which are, in not necessarily the greatest places, predominantly like, Central Africa. You have them building a ridiculous amount of coal-fired power plants in order to have the power that would be required to build solar and wind technologies. Then they ship them on a metal crate on a diesel transport across the ocean